Hey, Buttercup. Hey, Vanna. Hey, Killface. Brooka. Hey, Jenna. You go live early? I mean, 8 o'clock. 8 to 9. 8 o'clock. Anywhere from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock is when I usually start my lives. Oh, you made a live early. Hey, Jordan. Hey, Fiza. Thought you were saying, sorry, Rick. I thought you were saying that I made the live early. Hey, Scriptgoat. And yes, this shirt comes from. This shirt was designed by Jordan. You can find it on Redbubble. For the record, I wore the shirt because it's Jenna's birthday. I don't expect I'll wear this shirt very often. But, hey, baby, because it's Jenna's birthday, I figured, you know what? Let's wear the shirt that people think is fun. Best thing you've ever seen me in. Hey, in honor in honor of Jenna's birthday, I'm wearing Jordan's t-shirt. Whatever works. And yeah, Jenna just posted the link to the shirt. Hey, Comic Brook. You missed your own birthday stream. Belated birthday stream. You were eating snails. They're a delicacy in France. Yeah, and I do an entire stream in honor of your birthday, and the birthday girl isn't even there. I felt like such a jackass. Do Canadians eat escargot? I mean, not commonly. You hear now? Now that it's somebody else's birthday. Yeah, as far as escargot goes, it's not particularly common in Canada. Happy birthday, Jenna's mom. Better than me wearing the shirt, be not wearing one at all. So I need to. I needed to, sorry, just needed to send my mom a quick message to, because for some reason last night, I guess my brother happened to go over to my mom's last night, and apparently they had a few drinks. So at like 2:30 in the morning, my brother texted me to say that to get my help. Something to do with my mom sending money to a bird guy on Twitter. Oh yes, Buttercup. Tonetta. It was Tonetta. Tonetta. Some bird guy scanned me on Twitter. You can stop posting the link now, Jenna. Stop, like, please, Jenna, stop spamming the link. Knock knock. Who's there, Jenna? Who's there? Hi, Aiden. It's for dinner. I'll be having rice again. Hey, JJ. It's delivery 500 groceries. The iconic pressure zone tonight. I don't know. I don't know what else he's done. I just know that he's really fucking weird. Apparently his YouTube channels keep getting banned for violating content rules. Sometimes when you go live, I'm so excited. I start ramming cookies in my mouth. As you should. And yes, apparently it is. Apparently he did do pressure zone. I have no idea, man. I just messaged my mom to get a little more information. But remember that video from almost 15 years ago? Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that might be. I don't know if that might be the one that. No, I think Chantel discovered him before under pressure. Before pressure. Am I hungover? I am not. Is your brother an alcoholic? A little bit. If you saw how tragically thin Scrape is, you wouldn't even believe it, but she does do that. Yeah, I have no idea what happened. Like I said, my brother texted me to say that that she had been talking to some soldier in Ukraine, and that Craig, that she was trying to send money to some bird guy on Twitter, in his words. Yeah, so he's kind of worried about being. He's kind of worried that she might be getting scammed. So he wanted me to, talk to her about it. Since his own attempt to talk to her about it kind of failed. You know, I did not drink alcohol last night. I haven't had alcohol in over a decade. I don't like alcohol. Hey, sweet Caroline. She buying birdseed? Who the fuck knows? Seemed like my brother couldn't get. My brother didn't provide a whole lot of detail. I don't think he was able to get a lot of detail out of her. Make her plenty of fish. My brother is worried that she might have fallen for a scam of some sort. You got scam sending Elon Musk money on Facebook. He really does have some culture until. Told you, Buttercup. And yeah, it is. It is about her. Hey, Icky. Okay. I have no idea, Jordan. I don't know. All my brother said is that she was trying to send some money to a bird guy on Twitter. That's all he told me is some bird guy on Twitter. Do you know how much? No idea. I know literally nothing. That is literally the extent of what he told me. Some bird guy on Twitter. Hey, pickle face. Call her. I sent her a message. Tell us more. I don't know more, Buttercup. What are you giving me for birthday? I wore this shirt. I wore this shirt for your birthday, Jenna. I don't know what more you want. Hey, Hazelnut. Starbucks gave you a free drink. Cool. As my mother worked. She has you know, she has checked it out once in a while. Here and there, just because she likes Chantel. Squirrel World. I don't think she knows much about it. Kickstarter scam for bird enthusiasts. I do not remember that scapegoat. Does she like mukbangs? I don't think so, no. No, I think the mukbangs are not something that she enjoys. Andrew. Okay, renaming me. Brenda's pretty mean to Beck. The singer Beck? Do you mean where it's at, Beck? Loser Beck? So that Beck? Does mom know about us? A little bit. Like the world's kind of lesbian. Haven't dead named her. Oh, them. Not deliberately, I would assume. What have I told my mom about you? Very little. I told my mom very little about my audience. You specifically? Yeah, same. Like I mean, like I said, very little. Basically nothing. I want to know, baby. Killface. I did mention to her Killface last night when you told me to tell her that you love me. I did inform her of that. She basically wondered if I was going to make any sort of move. I told her that you have a boyfriend. So she called you a two-timer. So so I'm sorry, Killface. My mom now thinks you're a two-timer. um, I apologize. Can make a move on you. In a homewrecker. Indeed. You look swole. Nah, just fat. Just fat. Tried the homewrecker burrito. I have not. I don't eat burritos. Your husband says it's hilarious. There we go. Hey, Viking. All right, new shirt. Yes, this is one of my new shirts, Viking. This is one of the. This is the shirt. This shirt. Jordan made this shirt. This is Jordan's design. There's the link. There's a link. Don't worry if you miss it. Jenna will repost it again in 2 minutes. So I have more information. So my mom has been My mom has a $10 a month subscription to a guy by the name of Neil Harbison, who cares for street dogs. $10 a month that goes towards building a dog hospital. I don't know if anyone knows who Neil Harbison is. Neil spelled Niall. Oh, and yeah, he's a real dude. He's a real dude. He's actually an author, funnily enough. When's the last time I took kick butt? I mean, I've never kicked butt. I mean, video game butt, maybe. I do occasionally kick a little bit of video game butt. You have the killer instinct. I kick video game butt, but only when it's on easy. But only when it's on like easy mode. Done the trick. There's me. There's Chantel. Nobody else matters. Nobody else matters. Everyone else is irrelevant. Everyone else is just fully. Or is just filler. Should X the others out. Exactly, yeah. And how? Even Chantel only barely matters. I'm the star. I'm the focus of everything. Worship me. I demand worship. Throw your pizzas upon the altar. Where's Jade on your birthday? No, she stopped by a little bit. She stopped by a little bit last night. No more Sunday church services because people couldn't afford it somehow. We never did figure out how the hell that worked. Yeah, we never did quite find out like where the money issues came from with the church or with the churchgoers. Go home soon. Nice. Anyway, haircut? No. Looks like my birthday dinner is going to be next Saturday. So next Thursday, on my actual birthday, I will be here. Haircut for birthday? Yeah. No birthday on my birthday. So yeah, next Thursday I'll be here, and then Saturday I'll be going out for supper. Not going to say where I'm going. Once I'm back from supper, I'll let you know where I went, but I will not say in advance where I will be going. What? Afraid we're going to show up there? I remember a time that Chantal and I went out for supper. And we were filming a little bit in the restaurant, and somebody fucking called it. Somebody called the restaurant. Well, we didn't even name the restaurant, as I recall. Like, I'm pretty sure we didn't even name the restaurant, but somebody figured out which restaurant it was and called the place. They wouldn't do that to you. I don't fucking trust the internet. You know? I can't trust people. Like, yeah, I have to assume that they possibly could. Trista. Right, but I mean, you're not the only ones out there. I have to operate on the assumption that any information that I give out will be used against me. It's stupid and shitty, and I shouldn't have to worry about that. I should be able to say, oh, yeah, I'm going to this place and not have to worry about anything, but I can't afford to take that risk. Can I whisper to you? All right, I'll whisper it to you. I'm going to be eating at these nuts. My mom's booking a. My mom's gonna book a reservation for us at Chuck E. Cheese. That's where we're going. We're eating at Chuck E. Cheese. See, it's funny because we don't actually have a Chuck E. Cheese in Cornwall. Shit, I don't know if we even have them in Canada at all. I'm just curious if if Chuck E. Cheese exists in Canada at all. Hmm. Okay. Chuck E. Cheese is available in Canada. Don't know where the locations are. Chuck E. Cheese sucks. Did you know the mascot's full name is Charles Entertainment Cheese? I'm just curious about the locations. Looks like mostly. Looks like Toronto area. Yeah, it looks like the nearest Chuck E. Cheese to me is in like Toronto area, Mississauga. Dancing thingy freaks me out. How's he getting me? Yeah, so there's 5 Chuck E. Cheeses in Ontario. 2 in Mississauga, 1 in North York, 1 in Vaughan, 1 in Whitby. So yeah, no Chuck E. Cheese is particularly close to me. Thus, when I say I'm going to Chuck E. Cheese, it is funny because I can't. I can't go to Chuck E. Cheese. And I wouldn't want to go there even if I could. Why would I want to go to Chuck E. Cheese? I've heard nothing. I've never heard anything particularly good about that place. What was it? Nicolas Cage movie, Wally's Wonderland? The one that was a blatant Five Nights at Freddy's ripoff? That was a very fun movie. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Did you never watch that movie? So, like, a few years back, Nicolas Cage did this movie. I'm pretty sure it was called Wally's Wonderland. Let me double check. Yeah, Wally's Wonderland. Scared me. Scared you? It was too goofy to be. It was genuinely too goofy to be scary. Like, honestly, I didn't find it scary at all. It was hilarious. Like, I know that was supposed to, like, I know the, like, comedy horror. Like, I know there were, like, some bits were kind of creepy, kind of scary, a few jump scares here and there. But for the most part, oh, it was just a really funny movie. Also, it showed just what a talented actor Nicolas Cage is, because he somehow managed to overact without saying a word. That does take genuine skill. I'm joking. He didn't overact. Totally confused by the shirt. Oh, it's Willy's Wonderland, not Wally's. Willy's Wonderland. I don't know the backstory. It's Goral World. I'll be honest, Viking, I don't know most of the backstory either, and I'm tangentially connected to it. Reading the Wikipedia article, here's the quotes from Rotten Tomatoes. Willy's Wonderland isn't quite as much fun as its premise would suggest, but it's still got Nicolas Cage beating the hell out of bloodthirsty animatronics, which is nice. And like, genuinely, what more would you want out of it? Daft plot, fabulous fight scenes, teenagers in peril, and plenty of gore. Sure, the film could have been better, but didn't exactly need to be. I love a description. I love a review like that where it's like, is this film good? Not really. Is it entertaining? Oh, holy shit, yes. Willy's Wonderland wasn't high cinema, but I imagine it's great cinema when you're high. Yeah. Nicolas Cage is truly a gift. What's your favorite Nicolas Cage movie? Weirdly, I've seen almost none of his movies. I think Jen's gonna tap out before any of us for her birthday party. Fair. Yeah, like I watched the two Ghost Rider movies. The first one was bad. The second one, marginally less so, but still not particularly good. I watched a chunk of Con Air. And of course, I watched Willy's Wonderland. And I've seen like random clips of other Nicolas Cage movies. I think he's who got married. Oh, Fear and Loathing. I watched Fear and Loathing. Wait, was it? Or was that Nicolas Cage? Oh, that wasn't Nicolas Cage. Duh. That wasn't a Nicolas Cage movie. Stupid me. Adaptation. I did watch Adaptation. That was pretty good. Let me take a look through his full. Um, just looking through his whole filmography. Uh, Peggy Sue Got Married came out in 1986, so I was 1 year old. But I mean, I've seen older movies than that. So shit, if I'm not mistaken, didn't the entirety of the original Star Wars trilogy come out before then? So adaptation I've watched Ghost Rider, and Ghost Rider 2. Um, Not sure if Into the Spider Verse counts. I don't think that really counts as a like. I wouldn't count Into the Spider Verse as a Nicolas Cage movie. It was a movie where he was present and great. um, let's see, chunk of Con Air I've watched, and Willy's Wonderland I've watched. So I've only seen 5 of his movies. Shutter Island. He did Shutter Island. I don't think he was in Shutter Island. Looking through his filmography here, I didn't notice him in there. Not a movie I watched anyway, but no, he didn't do Shutter Island. He did Face Off. He did The Rock. Maybe you're thinking of The Rock. About a team of about a team that was infiltrating Alcatraz. Leonardo DiCaprio, not exactly the same. Yeah, very different. Cage is a much better actor. I'm kidding. DiCaprio is a great actor as well. It is amazing to me that like Nicolas Cage is legitimately a great actor. Like legit, he's a genuinely talented actor. But he seems to just love doing the stupidest fucking movies. Creepy Island with lots of secrets. Nothing to do with children. Wicker Man. I don't know if Wicker Man was an island, but maybe it was Wicker Man. Emery. It's on your shirt. Ugh. Yeah, Nicolas Cage went from like this genuine, like this acclaimed actor to a guy doing the dumbest fucking movies and hamming it up all over the place. And I know a lot of that has to do with tax reasons. He needed the money. But I do wonder if he's just like, you know what? I'm a huge star. I can do whatever damn movie I want. I'm gonna do the dumbest fucking movies. Yeah, that he just wants to have fun. I love that he just decides, you know, I'm just gonna have fun from now on. Hey, Uncle Buck. Ride a mechanical bull. I think not, baby. Hey, Tana. The only bull I want to ride is your dad. Hey, J Dot. There you go, Jenna. You were wondering where J Dot was for your birthday. J Dot did show up for your birthday. Favorite fast food? Um, so as right now, I don't know. I don't really order fast food. And there's like a pizza place count. I get like the chicken wings from Pizza Pizza. I don't know if that counts. I don't know if a pizza place really counts as fast food. Chick-fil-A for dinner today. Ooh. The homophobic chicken. Jamin's birthday. I never watched Courage the Cowardly Dog. I've never been to Chick-fil-A. Um, for one thing, Chick-fil-A's never really been able to make much inroads in Canada. They've tried, but they just they had very little success here. Even if Chick-fil-A did have locations, I wouldn't eat it. Um, on account of them being anti-gay. Like Popeyes. The two times I tried it, I did not like it. Eat a Sonic. Our church locked us up. I mean, that doesn't sound like that doesn't sound like a church. It sounds like a cult. If it's locking you inside, like if it's locking you up, that's more of a cult thing. Mormon church, Scientology. Don't drink any Kool-Aid. Probably good advice in general, comic book. Because Kool-Aid is basically just sugar. It's it's really not great for you. Sending ice into schools. I know. Yeah. Schools, churches, fucking everywhere. They want to get rid of all those. They want to get rid of all those violent, criminal immigrants. So going after the fucking kids, yeah, that's fucking way to show where what your actual goal is. Nothing says protecting people quite like traumatizing children. I'm gonna go get some water. Give me a couple moments. Arby's. Golden chick. Never had golden chick. Not sure if we have it anywhere near. Tomorrow's Groundhog Day. As long as the day after isn't also Groundhog Day. And then the day after that is Groundhog Day. After that, Groundhog Day. And then a few hundred more years of Groundhog Day. What is Groundhog Day anyway? Origin? I don't know. A myth. The origin is just some misunderstanding about groundhogs, I think. Scrape is on a moped. Good for her. I think at this point, Groundhog Day serves two purposes at this point. First, it is like tourist bullshit. You know, people go all the way up to like Punxsutawney and places like that to see the groundhog, and yay. Second, it's an excuse to watch the movie. was great. It was great. I forget if that was the one where uh, yeah, I think I forget if that one was the one where uh, Harold Ramis and Bill Murray had a complete falling out. Um, I forget if that was the one where Bill Murray hired a death assistant. Yep, it was. It was Groundhog Day. So yeah, during the filming of Groundhog Day, Bill Murray was going through like a bad divorce, and he was just in a really shitty place in his life, um, and it sort of made him. He was being an asshole. Like his divorce had turned him into an asshole at that point. We got into it during Ghostbusters also. Hey, Mark. But yeah, like he like during the film, especially with it got especially bad with Groundhog Day. Bill Murray became an absolute asshole, just miserable to work with at that point. Um, so during the filming, he declared that he would only be contactable through his personal assistant, and he hired a deaf woman as his personal assistant just to make it as difficult as possible for anyone to actually, you for anyone who needed to contact him for anything. Which is like, it's one of those stories that's funny, but also at the same time, like, a dick move to do to people. apparently he kept her on as assistant for a long time. Might still be his assistant. But yeah, the Bowman he hired as assistant. Uh, Death did not have oral speech, spoke only American Sign Language, which Murray didn't speak, and no one else in the production spoke it. Hey, Red Room. I am wearing the shirt Red Room. Yeah, so it's one of those things that's like, it's funny to hear about, but man, the people working on the movie with Murray, like, he was basically just making it impossible. He was just making it as difficult as possible to actually work with him. Like, yeah, he was going through a rough time with the divorce, but holy shit, what a fucking asshole he was at that point. Like, if you don't want to do the movie, then fucking step down. Don't do the fucking movie. Don't take your issues out on every other fucking person who involved in the movie. You know? That makes sense. No, I do not think that Red Room. I am pro immigration, so yeah, like Bill Murray may be like Bill Murray is absolutely a comedy legend, but some of the shit I've read about him, he seems like he's also just kind of a dick. Yeah, I did hear about that. Yeah, Merc. And yeah, it is just like straight up concentration camp. George Takei called it a concentration camp and said that he recognizes it because he was in one. Which, yeah, Yeah, I mean, he's a fascist. And Trump is. He is just full on fascist. What can I do about those tariffs? We're implementing tariffs of our own. Can you guys know my friend? Yeah, it's just. It's fucking like it's fucking ridiculous. Like he's going after one of their biggest fucking allies. He's going after the your like what fucking what kind of utterly stupid fucking bullshit is that? Prices are going up. Yeah, yeah. Prices on everything are going to go up because like that's how fucking tariffs work. Because Trump's a fucking idiot who does like Trump's an idiot who never actually fucking bothered reading about economics. He doesn't know jack shit about economics. He has no idea how tariffs actually fucking work. Yeah, he thought that Canada would eat the price of the tariffs. It's like, no, no, those prices get passed on to the consumer. The automotive industry is set to go into a complete free fall now because of Trump. Like fucking everything is going to become more expensive. Also, it feels so exceptionally telling that Canada, who is arguably the US's closest ally and trading partner, like like arguably the best friend that the US fucking has, they get 25%. China gets 10. It's so telling that you know countries who are like close allies, they get a 25% tariff. China gets 10%. Presumably because so many products are like manufactured in China and then shipped to the US. So one would assume that people like Musk and other business leaders are like, no, you can't put 25% tariff on China. Canada needs China for trade. Oh, I'm sure we'll be looking to plenty of other countries. Like, I honestly don't even understand, like, the logic. I genuinely, thoroughly do not understand the logic behind the tariffs. Like, what even is the argument for why those tariffs are necessary? Drug trafficking, but like you said, like drug trafficking and immigration, but like, are those real issues when it comes to like the northern border? Like, yes, fucking those damn Mexican immigrants and their drugs. That's mostly bullshit too. But like, how is that like? What sort of drug trafficking is he worried about? Like I saw somebody mention fentanyl, and like fentanyl isn't coming from Canada to the U.S. Don't think there's a whole lot of undocumented immigration from Canada to the U.S. There's not a whole lot. There's not actually all that much uh, drug trafficking from Canada to the U.S. Are there specific policies that he wants Canada to implement when it comes to the to fighting the drug problem? It's fucking nonsense. Weed was the big one. Yeah, yeah, I can believe that, but you know what? I can't even believe that there was a significant amount of weed from Canada to the U.S. Because the U.S. always had loads of homegrown weed as well. Like, yeah, there was weed coming in from other countries, sure, but there was also plenty of it being grown within the U.S. itself because weed is actually pretty easy to grow. I mean, more and more states decriminalizing weed because everyone in the U.S. knows that weed is not a big fucking deal. The only people who still treat weed as a serious issue are the people who want to fill up prisons. So I suppose it would make sense for Trump to think weed is a big deal. Hydroponics was very popular in the 90s. Yep. Yeah, the war on drugs is really just an excuse to fill up prisons. More money for private prisons and more prison slave labor. And even then, even with those two factors, more and more states are coming to the realization that decriminalizing weed is the way to go. Decriminalizing, even legalizing weed. Didn't Biden? Biden. Um, all right. Hey, Color Purple. I was checking to see if Biden ever actually got around to reclassifying marijuana. Hey, Hobo. I was looking to see if Biden ever actually got around to reclassifying cannabis. And it looks like it never actually fucking happened. Because of course it didn't. That would have been something fucking sensible. Recreational weed tax 20% in Illinois. I don't know about other states. 2% if you have a medical marijuana card. Yeah, like Biden did declare that he was going to reclassify it, but quick look at the Wikipedia article suggests that it never actually went through. So he talked about. He did talk a little bit about cannabis, and oh, I'm gonna pardon everyone in federal prisons on. I'm gonna pardon everyone who's in prison on charges of possession, which happened to be no one at that time. There was no one in federal prisons on marijuana charges when Biden made that declaration. Which, great fucking job, Biden. Great, yeah. Looking. Well, no, I mean he could change federal classification. Yeah, he could declare. He could have. I think he did also have like federal law enforcement did sort of stop going after marijuana based marijuana crimes or marijuana stuff. That was where Canada went fully legal, but US didn't. The reason, Andrew, has to do with the prison system. Or I think there's two main factors. for why US hasn't done it. Hey, Nancy. US is exceptionally resistant to change. Like, they just do not fucking change. Ever. Anything. They're so resistant to change of any kind. It has to be dragged kicking and screaming for the slightest fucking bit of progress. Canada does also care a lot about tradition, but not to that same extent as the US. So marijuana has been illegal for a long time. So why is marijuana illegal? Because it's illegal. It's that simple. Marijuana is illegal because it's illegal. The other issue is prison is big money in the US. Between the for-profit prison system, which needs to be abolished. I honestly think the Democrats should start campaigning on we're going to abolish the for-profit prison system. And so yeah, there's the for-profit prison system, and there's the fact that slavery is legal in prisons. Prisoners can be used for cheap labor. Where should murderers go? I mean, yeah, keep places where truly dangerous people can be held. But for-profit prisons are an abomination. The very idea of for-profit prisons is just reprehensible, and it should be ended. Say prisons are federally funded? Sure. Thing is, in theory, tax-funded prisons have less of an incentive to lock people up. In practice, of course, U.S. just fucking loves tossing people in prison. Oh, your country just cannot get enough of putting people in prison. It is absolutely bizarre how much the U.S. Loves sticking people in jail, in prison, in jails and prisons. Dictatorships don't put as many people in prison. But yeah, I mean, the for-profit prison system is gross. And yeah, Hobo, I'm aware of the. I'm aware that Trump is just fucking over every trans person in prison. In the federal prison, yeah. His executive orders about regarding trans people get grosser and grosser all the time. You know, his ban on trans people in the military declared them dishonest and dishonorable. I forget which of his other executive orders declared them to be un-American. I think it was one to do with schools. Yeah, I think it was an executive order that essentially bans social transition in schools. You know, bans teachers from referring to the students by the names they choose and more backing them up. Oh, when it comes to trans people, yeah, Bill Maher is a transphobic sack of shit. I have no doubt that he's all in on the trans bans. But yeah, I mean, Bill Maher, I still remember back in 2016, the 2016 election, when Bill Maher basically told trans people to sit down and shut up. Said that their rights don't matter. And like the Democratic Party is being completely fucking useless right now as well, just in general. There's a bare handful of Democrats who are, hey, Scriptcode. There's a small number of Democrats who are demonstrating an actual will to fight. You know, Ocasio-Cortez, uh, Pritzker in Illinois, Governor Pritzker of Illinois, a few others who are like, oh no, we're not sitting back and like we are going to do whatever we can. We are going to do anything in our power. But the bulk of the Democratic Party, they've just given up. Chuck fucking Schumer can fucking die. Chuck Schumer can just fucking like he can just fuck off into the sun. Like he needs like Chuck Schumer just fucking rubber stamped a bunch of Trump appointees so that he wouldn't have to work on a fucking Friday. Chuck Schumer's a useless sack of shit. Yeah, a few days ago, Chuck Schumer said that, or a couple of days ago, Chuck Schumer said that he'd approve several of Trump's appointments in order to, so that he wouldn't have to work on a Friday. Like, how fucking useless is that? Didn't hear about that? Yeah, it's not getting the attention it deserves because, like, because it's not really getting that. That's not getting the attention that it probably deserves because it's process shit. You know, probably it's boring. It's just process shit. It's boring process stuff. But no, it's a huge fucking deal that Chuck Schumer agreed to approve several of Trump's cabinet nominations to avoid having to work on a Friday. Like, he has no interest in fighting. Chuck Schumer is like, he's got no fucking spine. He's not fighting. Like, what? Like, why is he still in? Like, why is he still in office if he's not willing to fucking fight? The Democrats are so goddamn useless. The only ones who are willing to fight end up being ostracized by the party establishment. You know, Ocasio-Cortez, she is out there. She is doing what she can. But the old guard, they fucking hate her. They're going to spend the next 4 years doing jack shit. They'll complain about what Trump does in order to, like, send us money. Trump bad, send us money. It's like, why would I send you money when you're not actually doing anything to oppose Trump? They are terrified of throwing punches. And that's what's needed right now. They need to be out there all day, every day, telling people this is what Trump is doing. You need to call your representatives to tell them that, you know, to oppose this. And meanwhile, we will do whatever procedural steps we can take to fight back. Yeah, like it's limited it's limited what the Democrats can do. Fair enough. There are limits to how much to what they can do right now, but they can push those limits as and then push a little bit further past them. Compared to those writers from January 7th, multiple of whom have been rearrested for other crimes because they were criminals to begin with. Yeah, the only thing the Democrats seem interested in doing is fundraising. It's like, fuck off and fight. Democrats don't have a leader anymore. Yeah. I think the establishment Democrats basically have given up for this for the next couple of years. Yeah, their stance seems to be, well, there's nothing we can do to stop Trump right now. Until the midterms, yeah, unless we take back the House and Senate in the midterms, guess we're fucked. Push Bernie Sanders out, yeah. We talk about something else. Politics has been crazy lately. On a side note, I also want to wish big hearty fuck you to all the Democrats who are throwing trans people under the bus. They have just no interest in helping trans people at all, or even talking about what's being done to trans people. Trump and the entire Republican Party wants to eliminate trans people. Like the entire Republican Party wants to eliminate trans people. Just get rid of them completely. And the response from the Democrats has been either dead fucking silence or blaming trans people for the Democrats losing the election. Trans Black Hawk Battle Force to respond after. Yeah, like. Oh, I mean, trans people have always existed. They'll continue to exist. But I mean, then for the next little while, life is going to be utterly miserable for trans people in the US. It's going to be torture. It's going to be. There's a lot of trans people. Like, there's going to be quite a few trans people who are going to die over the next few years. And then, Democrats will pay lip service to Trans Day of Remembrance and never talk about them the entire rest of the year. Except for all those pundits and strategists who are going to declare that, who keep declaring that the Democrats lost because, oh, they went too far with support of trans people. Democrats need to be willing to concede when it comes to trans people. Compromise. Colors your shirt. It is a light blue, Vanna. The color is like a very light blue. It's gray. Even on the camera, it doesn't really look gray. It looks like a light blue. At least I'm pretty sure it's a light blue. Yeah, it's a light blue. Heather gray. Can we light a cigar? No. Cigars, cigarettes, those things are fucking gross. Yeah. Gross. I do hate cigarettes. Cigar, I suppose, in fairness, I don't know that I've ever actually smelled a cigar. But given I hate the smell of cigarettes, keep in touch with us, Jim? No. Hey, Beach Girl. Yeah, given I hate the smell of cigarettes, I can't imagine that I would enjoy the scent of cigars. Cigars strike me as probably being like cigarettes, but worse. Some smell delicious. Cigars aren't for smoking. Cigars are for holding. Maybe pinching between your teeth. Cigars exactly. Cigars are for vibes. If you really want to look like a Chad, use a tobacco pipe. Nah, tobacco pipes are for like old timey dad vibes. Like Gandalf. I mean, Gandalf could pull it off because he had the long beard. Tobacco pipe. Nobody looks cool with a tobacco pipe. They look like they're ready to like sit on their favorite chair and dog fetch their slippers and open the newspaper. New Hobbit movie coming out? Really? Why? Plume of smoke that cigars have are awful and stinky. That's what I imagined. I suppose a tobacco pipe is also useful for like being deep in thought. Like detectives. Like a detective can get away with it. Not like a private detective, but like a classy detective, like a classy detective, like a Sherlock Holmes type. That sort of somebody who's contemplating deep thoughts and pipe can be used for that, but otherwise, nah. Middle-aged dude wearing slippers, reading the newspaper. My dad smoked a pipe occasionally, so the tobacco smells good. But he was country, not at all bring my slippers kind of guy. DA trying to ban tobacco here in the States. Good. Fuck tobacco. Yeah, freedom and all that shit, but in all honesty, fuck cigarettes. I would legitimately be okay with a ban on cigarettes. It's just water vapor. Blueberry watermelon. Nice, nice. Wildly different topic for just like a couple moments before I end my stream. Last night I watched a video. Is a soccer fan reacting to hardest hockey hits. Always smoked. Growing up, everyone smoked. But yeah, as a soccer fan reacting to the biggest hockey hits, and like guy routinely getting like horrified at some of the hits. It's like, welcome to hockey, man. Welcome to Canada. It's just what we do in here in Canada. People always think of Canada as like, oh, Canada, they're such a nice country. It's such nice people. Our national sport is like, there's not a lot of sports that are more physically aggressive than hockey. It's not the most physically aggressive or the most dangerous or anything like that, but it's up there. There's not that many sports that are more aggressive than hockey. Yeah, it's like we grow up seeing people just get just blasted into the boards. And we don't wince at it. We're like, oh, nice hit. We'll see somebody get hit so hard they're sent flying like 5 feet, and we're like, oh, that's a good hit. It's just, we're all our reputation being nice. Like we Lusick fight highlights for the bus move. And yeah, like how many sports have an enforcer? Somebody whose job is to hurt the other team. Like we love like hockey fans, we love a good enforcer. We love a good brute. We love the guy whose job is who can barely skate, can't fucking hit the puck. But man, he can fucking hit a person. He may not, yeah, we love the guys. They may not be able to hit the puck, but holy shit, do they hit people. No, there's not a lot of sports where that's the case. And yeah, we love a good enforcer. You can watch the highlights after this stream. Thanks for reminding me. It's funny seeing people who have never watched hockey watch the hits, because some of them are pretty brutal. Like sometimes, like people will be knocked right the fuck out. Injuries are actually pretty rare from checks. You know, body checks don't usually injure people. Considering how many there are in a game, they're generally not. I mean, generally, hockey players pop right back up. They'll get hit, they'll be sent flying, and they'll pop right back to their feet. But once in a while, yeah, someone will be knocked right the hell out. Yeah, they are very well padded. You know, they do have padding, but even so, it's a full-grown man hitting you at high speed. Yeah, it's still not fun. But yeah, it's just like too cold to just lay on the ice. Maybe that's what it is. Like Canada is just it's too cold to just stop moving. Once the helmet and gloves come off, yeah. And yeah, that is the other thing about hockey. How many sports are there where an actual fist fight results in a 5-minute penalty? You throw hands in a baseball game, you're ejected. Football, you're out of there. You're off the field. Hockey, good fight, take 5. Canadians are so nice and polite. And our national sport, the only punishment for fighting is a penalty. A five, and it's only 5 minutes. Like kicked out of the game? No. That's for serious. You're not getting kicked out of the game. That's for serious issue. That's for serious shit. I feel like a hockey player could probably throw hands with a ref and not actually be ejected from the game. Yeah, like I could be wrong, but I feel like if a hockey player picked a fight with a ref, they would still just get the 5-minute penalty. Anyway, on that note, I just remembered that video and found it. Ref would punch. Exactly. Yeah, the ref would absolutely punch back. It's like, oh, you want to fucking go, bro? You want to fucking go, dude? Guess what? I don't have pads. I don't have anything slowing my hands down. You got all that pad. You got all those pads weighing you down. I'm unencumbered. My punches are going to be full fucking force. Yeah, it's just funny seeing. It's just funny watching. Like, oh, how is that allowed? It's just funny watching people who don't watch hockey seeing the hit to me. Like, how is that allowed? It's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's encouraged. It's about 1/3 of the point of the game. Hockey is like 2/3 about winning, 1/3 about hitting people. Anyway, so yes, I am going to get going now. So thanks for watching, and good night, everybody.